Hello and welcome back. I'm going to be teaching you how to contour your nose today, as well as give you an update on my rhinoplasty I had back in 2017. It has been a minute, but till today I get questions about it, and I thought, why not do an update? Because I have a lot to say too. If you clicked on this video and you are not a subscriber of mine, don't just watch from the sidelines, honey. Step into the family. Join the Glam Fam. And if you are a part of my Glam Fam, I really miss you. I know it's been a while. The last video I uploaded was my I got hacked video. And since then, I have completely leveled up on my equipment, my filming, my audio, my lights, everything. I also have to address the fact that I now have an engagement ring on my hand. My Instagram family knows this, my YouTube family didn't, but I am engaged to the love of my freaking life. I am the happiest I've ever been, and I feel like all of my engaged couples can relate to me when I say this is literally the best time. I'm sure marriage is 100 times better, and we cannot wait for that, but just checking off big steps in life together and starting this new chapter, starting this new book with him, my entire new life with him. Like, I know this is gonna sound cheesy, but I look forward to my life with him every single day more and more and more. And I wake up, I manifest the good, I see the vision. Like, I literally see us 10 years from now, and I'm just so excited. But I will have dedicated videos for all of those life updates very soon. But for now, let's get into nose contouring. So I know it could be a little intimidating at first, but I assure you, once you get the right technique down and the correct products, it is so simple. So here's what I'm gonna be using. The Vanity Makeup Cosmetics Sculpt and Glow Palette. This is a brand new one, so you guys can see it super, super pretty. And I'm using the shade Medium. Nose sculpting brush, the Persona Cosmetics Power Brush, which is a dual-sided brush. Morphe M433, we're gonna be using this to blend the nose contouring. Beauty blender or a sponge, whatever you have can work. I'm going to be using the Dose of Colors concealer, but you could use any concealer that you have. Laura Mercier's Translucent Loose Powder. This is what we will be baking our nose with. The KVD Beauty Shade and Light Contour Palette. I'm going to be using one of the highlighting shades from this palette. Morphe's Glamour Bronze. This is my favorite bronzer. It's in the shade Icon, and it works perfect for contouring my nose. Lastly, we have the JACLYN Cosmetics Iced Highlight. This is in her Accent Light formula, and I will have links in the description for you for all other products that I do use and mention. There are two types of ways you can contour. There is powder contouring, and there's also cream contouring. I like to do powder contouring when I'm just going about my day, super simple, nothing extravagant. But when I'm getting glam, I like to do both. So that is what I'll be showing you today. I'm picking up some cream product with the blender side, and I'm just gonna be dragging this along the sides of my nose. Just keep in mind, when you are using a cream product, you want to make sure that you are using a synthetic bristle brush, just like this one. You don't wanna take anything like this, because it will soak up all of your product in the bristles and it won't deposit, whereas a synthetic bristle brush will pick up the product and directly deposit it onto your skin. The darker contour shades pretty much sink in the area, we kind of hide it, and lighter highlighting shades will brighten it and bring attention to it. So we want to just kind of narrow this nose down, so we want to darken the edges. I also like to take the contour shade underneath the tip of my nose, that way we are casting a shadow and making this area a little bit more smaller. My technique is so simple. It's pretty much applying minimal product while you're blending. I prefer this technique because it ensures a very seamless and effortless nose contour versus just like drawing the lines and then blending it out. You're giving yourself more work to do. Take your concealer with the opposite side of the nose sculpting brush and draw a super thin straight line, and make sure the concealer is a couple shades lighter than your actual foundation shade. So draw a straight line down and then a little bit right here. So applying a little bit of the concealer, like a dot on the tip of your nose, will also help lift your nose. Take the tip of your clean and damp beauty sponge and just gently tap on the concealer. Now we want to press super, super lightly. We just simply want to diffuse this outward, but we don't want to lose too much of the highlight. I'm barely putting any pressure on my sponge, and I know this looks a little crazy, but I promise you it will all come together. Like, that's more than enough. You don't want to blend too much because you don't want to lose that brightness. Then flip to a cleaner side of the sponge and simply press on the areas you contoured. This is how we're going to blend the contour out, by simply merging the contour shades with the foundation shade. We want them to kind of marry each other. I will take the foundation side and buff this top part out because we want some of the foundation that's left over on the sponge to help blend the contours. So you don't want to use too much of the foundation side because I don't want your contour to diminish, right? We want the color there. Notice how my movement is simply pressing and patting versus swiping or sliding, because if I were to go in and just swipe this across my nose, it won't blend. On the contrary, it will move the product, and that is when your makeup will look messy. We don't want that. So simply just pat, 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 and press the contour into the nose. I'm just going to apply a little bit of concealer. I have no concealer under my eyes. I am going to bring this along the sides of my nose just a little bit and then draw it up from there. So same thing on this side. Bring it towards the sides of your nose. And then, oh, hold on, my hair is in the way. Lift that up. But notice how this kind of just pinched my nose in. That's what we want. So I'm going to just go and press this, blending the concealer out. And then that is when I can bake. We're going to bring in the baking powder just like we did with the concealer. So once we set that, we will move on to powder contouring. Take your translucent powder with the tip of your sponge. Let me show you. Just like that. You want to drag this along the sides of your nose, super, super close to each other, because the closer they are, the more narrow your nose will appear to be. So pretty much the area that we applied that concealer on the sides of our nose, just drag it down. And using a sponge for this is ideal because it helps the placement of the powder. Just like that. And I also like to bring this above my lip, along the sides of my smile lines, my chin. I will also run the same powder down the bridge of my nose, just like that. It doesn't have to be perfect, you guys. We're gonna dust this off. Where is my brush? Here we are. Okay, then you're gonna pick up the Persona Cosmetics brush and simply just dust it off. You don't have to have this sit and bake. You totally can. I keep it on for like 20 minutes. I don't like to have my nose too dry with the powder, and sometimes powders do that. And this isn't it. I'm gonna go set the rest of my face, finish that off, come back and do the powder contouring with you guys. So I'll be back in 1 second. I'm so sorry if you can hear the sound. There is someone with a leaf blower that is like not giving up. I tried to wait. I was like, okay, let's wait. They'll do a little some. They'll be done soon. No, they're still blowing, and it's been like 17 minutes. But anyway, I'm just gonna move on. What you want to do next is grab a natural bristle brush. This is the Morphe 443. It can be any natural bristle brush, and you want to grab your bronzer and a tiny bit, like that much is more than enough. All you want to do is simply brush over top of the areas that we applied the cream contour, because sometimes when we bake and we set the rest of our face and work with powders and stuff, we can lose the vibrancy of the cream contour. So this just kind of brings it back. And this is the Icon shade. It is my favorite shade for contouring the nose and for when I am super fair as an overall bronzing shade. And again, make sure you're using a natural bristle brush for this step as opposed to a synthetic bristle brush. I am using very little product and my pressure is super light because I don't want this to be too harsh. I just simply want this to bring back life and color to the center of my nose, and this will also narrow it out, which is the goal. So I'm gonna grab the thinner brush and dip into the Lyric powder, which is this middle one right there. And you can buy these individually. You don't have to get the entire contour kit unless you want it. But you wanna make sure you're grabbing a super thin brush, and I'm gonna be drawing this brightening powder right down the center of my nose. Now, again, if this is okay, watch, for example, if you were to go in with this brush, you're gonna be defeating the purpose of contouring your nose, right? Because you're gonna be depositing too much of this brightness powder down the center of the nose, and then you will look more wide. So the key is to keep this as thin and as narrow as possible. So the bigger the brush, the bigger the highlight. Then I pick up my brush with no additional product, pretty much whatever we used, and then I run this over just to make sure that there are no harsh lines. And this will also soften that highlighting shade. But you don't want it to be too soft because you want it to be there. That is going to help give the illusion of a more straighter nose and a skinny nose. Okay, last step, and this step, in my opinion, elevates your nose contour from good to bomb, and that is highlighting the nose. So it all comes down to the brush. You can use any highlighter that you love, but it all comes down to the right brush. The bigger the brush, the bigger the highlight. The thinner the brush, the thinner the highlight. So I'm going to pick up the nose sculpting brush with the sculpting side, and I will have all of these products linked, and you can also get a discount with my code. If you guys use my code Glamour by Suzy on all things Vanity Makeup and Morphe Brushes, you guys can get a discount on what I'm using. Taking the JACLYN Cosmetics Iced Highlighter with the thinner side of the sculpting brush, same exact way we applied the Lyric powder, which was the brightening powder. So super, super thin, just draw this down the bridge of the nose. I like to start right here, by the way, just because I love the brightness it gives to that area. And then I will go and stop right here. I don't want this to go all the way down because I want there to be pretty much like an exclamation point. Draw an exclamation point. Now, this is a very pigmented highlighter, but the more you blend it out, the better it's gonna look, because it's gonna look more seamless and effortless. So take your time with this, and I didn't pick up any product. You shouldn't. I won't want you to be mixing the bronzer with the highlighter, because again, that could get muddy, but with whatever you have left on this brush, just go over top and whisk the highlight. I love it. With the highlighting side of this brush, I'm gonna pick up a little bit of that Lyric powder, and I'm gonna be applying this on the sides of my nose. This is another step that also helps with the narrowing. Ooh, can you guys see? Yeah. This will also help with the narrowing of the nose. So I like to bring this down underneath my eyes and on the side of my nose. It will really help brighten your under eye area as well. I've been using this powder for years, and I've never stopped. It's like been one of my favorites. It's been consistent. I am obsessed. And I do know that they sell these individually. So like I said, you don't have to buy the full kit. So just like that, I let that sit for like 20 seconds. Again, nothing major. I dust off my brush, and then I just go back and kind of feed it more into my skin. I press it into the skin, just like that. And this will give you that pinched nose. Say no more. I got you. Last tip is to take the bronzer brush with no additional product. You don't need it. You just need the blend it's gonna give, and blend over top of the areas that we applied that brightening powder, just so you don't have that white cast right here. And that is it. It blends seamlessly, and we're done. Let's talk rhinoplasty. So this March marks my 4-year anniversary of getting rhinoplasty and septoplasty. And I still, till today, get questions regarding everything about it. So I figured I want to give you guys an update, because when I was getting the procedure done, I had a lot of questions. So if I don't cover anything that you are curious about, please comment it below and I will answer your question. Before I get into the physical appearance aspect of the nose job, because let's get real, when you're thinking about getting a nose job, the first question that pops up in your head is, how will I look with one, right? But I want to touch base on the functionality aspect before that. Looking back, the #1 difference that I notice is how I used to sound. If you scroll through my older videos, you'll understand what I mean, but I just sounded so congested all the time. And I knew it was bad, but I didn't know how bad, up until I looked back at my rhinoplasty vlog and I heard myself. That is also what prompted me to make this video, so you can hear the difference in my voice, because it's major. I mean, it wasn't allergies, it wasn't a cold, it was just my septum. If you're nodding your head and you're like, yep, that's me, that's literally how I sound. If you are interested in getting a septoplasty or a rhinoplasty surgery, I recommend going to someone who specializes in that, because I know so many people who have gotten rhinoplasty. They look cute, their nose is beautiful, it's, you know, nice and small and what they wanted, but the functionality of their nose is worse than it was prior to the surgery. And that was my fear going in. I did not want to come out regretting it and thinking, why did I do it? Now I breathe worse. This is why I met with so many different doctors, because I needed to hear opinions and thoughts of more than 2 people. But I'm so happy I decided to go with Dr. John Vartanian. He is in Glendale, California. If you are in the LA area, make a trip, visit him. If you're not in the LA area, fly down here and visit him, because I am so happy I went with him. His attention to detail in the septoplasty portion of my procedure was perfect. Ideally, your septum is supposed to run down straight the center of your nose. Mine was crooked, and that is what caused my breathing issues and me sounding like that. Those who have a deviated septum, you get me when I say we're not supposed to sound like that, and we're not supposed to breathe like that either. But I'm just very happy with my decision. Let's discuss the shape of my nose. So I'm gonna give you guys a profile view on my right side, on my left, straight to you, and a side view. So these are also the photos that we took before the surgery, which I have to get my before photos. I just realized. Do I even want them? Let's talk shape of my nose. So going into the consultation, I made it very clear that I didn't want my face to change too much. He told me that by fixing my crooked septum and straightening it out, that will already change the shape of my nose. So he kept it very natural, which I'm super happy about. He told me, he's like, I'm gonna make you a nose that if no one knew you before your nose job, they're gonna think you're born with it. So the people who never knew me before, do you think I'm born with it? No, I'm not. Thank you, Vartanian. He performed closed rhinoplasty on me, so I have no scarring. And if you don't know the difference between open and closed rhinoplasty, open is when they make an incision right here and they open you up, obviously. Closed is when they go in through either of the nostrils. So that's what he did for me. I didn't ask him to do that because that's not my place. Like, I could never direct a doctor and say, do this. No. He's a professional. He knows best. But I am low-key very glad that he did closed. Recovery was not that bad, but one thing that stuck on me were the sore throats. Oh, honey. Well, I do feel the need to tell you, though, that I'm a baby when it comes to sore throats. But like, who isn't? Who likes a sore throat? No one. Right when I feel a tickle in my throat, I'm already cutting lemons. I'm squeezing lemon on everything. I'm eating ginger. I'm eating honey. I always try my best to prevent a sore throat before getting worse. And it somehow always gets worse. Like, I think that's why I'm so traumatized by sore throats, because my sore throats are bad. Also, you're not going to be able to taste anything or breathe through your nose. I know that sounds very obvious, but you expect it. But when it's actually happening to you, you're just like, oh, I want pizza. Another thing I want to warn you about is that it is okay if you don't like your nose once the cast comes off. Let me rephrase that actually. You are not going to like your nose once the cast comes off. So don't bother crying. Save yourself the tears. I promise that is not what it's going to look like forever. Your cast just came off. You are extremely swollen. And I'm saying this to you now because I was also that person that was like, my nose looks so fat. That's okay. It's normal. It's not fat. It's just super, super swollen. They say it takes about 6 months to a year for the swelling to go down and for your nose to heal. I disagree. Here is my take on it. Every single day, your nose will change more and more and more. After the first 3 months, you'll be able to get a good idea of what your nose is going to look like. But after each day, month, week, and even year that passes by, it's going to change, but all for the better. It's as if someone comes and contours your nose like daily, but like super minimally, and you won't notice it until you look back at your pictures and go, damn, I was swollen. But trust me, it's gonna take time. I wanna prepare you for what to expect, so I say, give it about a solid year for the swelling to go down. Be patient. I know it's so much harder to say, oh, what is this? I have a listing on, huh? Now I just saw that I have to touch up my lip liner, right? This is difficulties of being a perfectionist. Damn, my lip liner was really gone. Okay, moving on. I'm getting off topic. If you are someone who wants to get this procedure done but is a little bit hesitant, or you have any questions that I did not cover, please leave them in the comments so I can help you out. And I will also list link my previous video, the Rhinoplasty vlog, the first one, so you can hear my voice. Oh. You never know how many people your question may help. So leave those in the comments and I will make sure to put the information of my doctor in the description box, as well as all other products that I used for today's look. And yeah, thank you for hanging out with me. If you haven't already, subscribe, hit the notification button so you don't miss out on any of my future videos, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye guys.